It's a day 2 lecture of atoms. Already in day 1 we studied a different concepts like an introduction of a alpha particle scattering experiment, and we defined the Rutherford's observations and one drawback. Next, in day 2 concept we will define the distance of closest approach we represents with R naught, or we can call this as estimation of size of nucleus. So what will be the size of nucleus? How we can define this? And second part, we have an impact parameter B. So first we will define the first part. Both will be measured. Both will be measured in Fermi. So Fermi already we know it's a 10 to the power of minus 15. Okay. Now to calculate the distance of closest approach R naught or estimation of size of nucleus, so we will consider one alpha particle. Already we know it's a positive charge and it radiates energy with 5 mega electron volts 5 mega electron volts to 7.7 mega electron volts. So using this much of energy, the alpha particles are radiates energy. In the other side, we consider a coil. We consider the foil. So any type of material we can consider, but most of the foil is empty, and whatever positive charges have, it will be concentrated at the mid place. Okay, so at center point, whatever the most of the part will be empty, whatever the positive charge, it will be at center. So we will consider at center. So we have a positive charge. Okay, now here we have a positive, here we have a positive. Whenever we are sending rays, some millions of signals with the energy of 5 mega electron volt to 7.7 mega electron volt, already we stated three conditions. The first condition is most of the electrons are undeviated. Most of the alpha particles are undeviated, which moves in a straight line. Okay, suppose consider here we have a positive particle. So if you consider the first line, which here we have an empty space, so whatever the electron, or that's alpha particles, it will be moves in a straight line. So which was is undeviated. And if you consider second one, 0.14% or deviated, 0.14% deviated, which is more than 1 degree, which is more than 1 degree. If you consider the second point, the deviation will be, we consider as a 1 in 8,000 alpha particles. So here we have some millions of signals. In that one, whenever it was reaching a positive charge, automatically it will be deviates. So first one which moves in a straight line, second one which was deviated. And third point, whenever we consider at the center point, okay, here also we have a second condition, we have a deviated if theta is greater than 90 degrees. If theta is greater than 90 degrees, this will be applicable for 1 in 10 lakhs alpha particles. So whenever we have a 1 in 10 lakhs alpha particles, so which was deviated simply, which will move in 180 degrees, which will move in 180 degrees, and we will state it this as a return back. So if you consider third state, the object was moving whenever it was reaching to the positive charge. The positive both are in the same line, so it will be retrieved back. So direction, and it will be retrieved back. That's the closest. Till this point we have reached. The distance between this point to the center point of nucleus, we call this as a R naught. That will be a distance approach of closest to the nucleus. That's the estimation of size of nucleus. Now we have to calculate the value of R naught. So to calculate the value of R naught, we are using the concept of law of conservation So law of conservation means initial value is equals to final value. Suppose if you consider the alpha particle, it will be a initial position, and this end will be a this point. We consider this as a this point as a final position. If you consider initial position, there we have a potential energy and kinetic energy. Here also we can define potential energy and kinetic energy. Okay, now we will define initial position. That's a initial potential energy plus initial kinetic energy is equals to potential energy final plus kinetic energy final. So to define this, we have to know the distances first. What will be the final distance? Initial distance, and what will be the final distance? We will consider final distance as R naught, but initial distance we consider this as an infinity. We will consider as infinity. Why we consider this as an infinity means, if you consider the atom or a gold foil, the size will be a 10 to the power of minus 6 to 10 to the power of minus 8. So this value is too minute. So if you consider the normal distance also, it will be a feels like a infinite. So based upon this, and next, what will be the initial energy? So formula for potential energy is equals to K Q1 Q2 by R, and kinetic energy K is equals to half mv square. Now substitute these values. So whenever we consider initial condition, so Ui is equals to, by substituting the values we get K into initial, this will be a positive charge. Alpha is a positive charge, and we consider this as a plus 2. Two electrons into atomic number, this will be a Ze, divided by the distance we consider as a infinite, initial distance will be infinite, plus the energy will be half mv square is equals to initial potential, sorry, final potential energy. So final potential energy is also same, K into 2E ZE, but the now distance will be R naught, plus whenever we are giving some energy, it reaches this point and return back. It means it will be the end point. So end point means the final kinetic energy will be equals to 0. Okay, next, and we know 1 by infinity, since 1 by infinity is equals to 0. So 1 by infinity is equals to 0. So this value will become a 0. Now rest we have a half m v square is equals to k into 2 z e square divided by r naught. And the value of k is 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. By substituting those values, we can consider this as a kinetic energy half mv square. Kinetic energy is equals to 2 into k z e square divided by r naught. But we want to calculate the value of r naught. So r naught is equals to 2 into k into z e square divided by r naught value. We will write this as a kinetic energy, and we will define k is equals to, so we get final expression r naught is equals to 2 into z into e square divided by 4 pi epsilon naught into kinetic energy. If we can solve, we can cut the value by 2 we get the rest also. This is a derivation of distance of closest approach of r naught. And here we have a conclusion. Here we have a conclusion where 2 is a constant, z is a constant, e is a constant, 4 pi epsilon is a constant. So finally we get r naught is directly proportional to 1 by ke. What it indicates? When distance is minimum, which implies their kinetic energy will be maximum. If the distance is maximum, where its kinetic energy will be minimum. So now look at the derivation. So initially we consider the distance of closest approach r naught estimation. Initial conditions, we have a difference, and already this will be the previous terms. Based on the previous terms we calculated the rest. At the end we get the r is equals to 2 into z e square by 4 pi epsilon naught into kinetic energy. Next, impact parameter B. Next, okay, instead of doing impact parameter, let us consider some numericals. So based on this formula, so consider, already we did a first numerical, now consider numerical 2. So in numerical 2 we have to find the distance of closest approach r naught if alpha particle energy is 5 mega electron volt 5 electron volt and metal is considered gold, or considered instead of 5 7.7 mega electron volt, we will consider the maximum, and metal we consider as a gold whose atomic number is 7.9. We have to calculate the closest approach. So here we have a question, answer we have to calculate. So here we have a formula, R naught is equals to 2 into ZE square divided by 4 pi epsilon naught into kinetic energy. Calculate the value. So we have to calculate the value of R naught. So where 2 into Z value they given as 79 into charge of electron 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19 to the term of square divided by, and 4 pi epsilon naught 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught, we can write this as a 9 into 10 to the power of 9. So we are multiplying with 9 into 10 to the power of 9 divided by kinetic energy, so given 7.7 into mega 10 to the power of 6 into electron 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 90. So these are the substitutions. Now 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19, here square will be cancelled. So next we have a terms 9 2's 18. So general calculation, 2 into 79 into 1.6 into 9 into 10 to the power of minus 19. Here we have a plus 9, and the down we have a plus 6. If you consider denominator from numerator, the value will become a minus 6 divided by 7.7. So we get the value 10 to the power of minus 6, and calculate this value. We get this value as a 29.5 into 10 to the power of 6. Sorry, 295.4 into 10 to the power of 6. It's a 16. So if you reduce the one more term, we get 29.54 into 10 to the power of minus 50 meters. So 10 to the power, already we said it's a Fermi. It will be approximately equals to 30 Fermi meter. This will be the closest approach. The same question you can calculate. Homework. The same. Find the distance of closest approach R naught if alpha particles having energy of 5 mega electron volt and the given metal is uranium whose atomic number is 92. So this will be a homework. Try this question. And take the second question also. Find the closest distance R naught. Alpha particle's energy is 5 mega electron volt and the metal is gold whose atomic number is 79. So in first we did the numerical to there we consider the maximum 7.7 mega electron volt. And the third question, that's in homework second question, we consider as a minimum value, that's a 5 mega electron volt. So next topic, impact parameter, which is denotes with small b, measures in Fermi level, that's a 10 to the power of minus 50. So to define the impact parameter, and note that which is not there in your syllabus, and this will be useful for your MSET or competitive exams. So to define the parameters, so same topic, we consider alpha particle. In the other end, we consider gold foil. At the center point here, suppose we consider here we have some positive charge. Okay, in alpha particle whose charge is positive, already we know here also nucleus is also a positive charge, and this will be a alpha particle. Here we are represented some millions of signals radiates energy. Okay, suppose if you consider at this point, so we have a 3 layers. From 3 points we are considering, already we know that most of the atom will be hollow, so that whatever the alpha particles we are radiated, so it will be moved in a straight line. So whenever we are moving the object, when it reaches to the nucleus, the object will be moved in a straight line, so without having any deviation. That's simply deviation which moves in a straight line. Okay, and second one, the same, whenever we are moving some rays with some energy, whenever it reaches the positive charge, because the distance is too small, so whenever it reaches the positive charge, so here also the alpha particle, here also we have a positive will be ripple, so this will be deviates. Deviation. Okay, and if you consider third one, so whenever we have some rays, it reaches its maximum value, again it will be reduced back. So this will be a direction. Here for this angle will be a 180 degrees. For this angle it will be a theta which is more than 90 degrees. For this theta value will be equals to 0. Okay, generally we stated. Now coming to the definition. So here whenever it was radiated, this point is called closest distance, which denotes with R0. Okay, now it is the perpendicular distance of initial velocity vector of the alpha particle for the center of nucleus. So this will be the central point. So remaining two conditions, they are deviated. One which was not touching any of the point, and second one they have a variation. Now the distance between these two lines, is called as a impact parameter. The distance between these two lines. Suppose if B value is equals to 0, suppose this we consider as an impact parameter B. Suppose if B is equals to 0, both are in same line. both are in same line, then what will be the angle? Then angle theta is equals to 180 degrees. That will be a pi. Suppose if we consider theta is more when compared to R naught. Suppose this will be the R naught. So whenever the value increases more, so whenever this is the value of R naught, if it is increases more than that, it will be deviated. It will be deviated and the angle theta will be equals to 0. Whenever it was moves in a straight line, it will be a 180 degrees. And here we have some formula for this. Impact parameter P. So which is not there in your syllabus, but just remember this.